I like to go to 2,000, 3,500, and about 5,500. I like to look at these different RPM zones. I optimize the timing in there and then blend it back through the table to fill out the rest of the table. I'll show you how to do that here as I optimize things on the chassis dyno. You can perform the same thing after you've gone through and driven it, maybe 2,000, 35, and 5,000, 55, 5,000 range, doing that street driving method. So it doesn't matter which method you use. Once you've figured out the timing in that range, we can do a blend and fill out the rest of the table. Let me go and perform this real quick. I'm going to go ahead and get everything ready. I'm going to log this live, so you're going to be seeing this as I do this on the chassis dyno here. I'm going to get the dyno down to 3,000 RPM, so we're going to start there and go up to about 5,500. We're going to go from 3,000, we're going to go to, let's say, 4,000, 4,500, and up to about 55, 6,000. We'll check these different points. I'll optimize the spark timing. You'll see that process. We'll see the blending. I'm not going to talk when I'm doing this. It's way too loud. The car is definitely very, very thrashy, so we'll see how this is going to go. I'm going to try to hold my foot very still. Now the key with this on a chassis dyno is that I'm able to hold this at a particular RPM point. I need to make sure that the airflow I'm allowing into the engine is going to be controlled, meaning my throttle angle is not going to change. If I feed the engine more throttle, it feeds it more airflow, that'll feed it more torque. We don't want to do that. We want to make sure that we're allowing the engine to ingest the same amount of airflow on a dyno here in this controlled environment, and being able to make sure that we're actually measuring the spark timing changes as we're dialing in more spark advance. If we're dialing in the spark advance and our throttle's moving around, well, that's not going to work very well because we're going to constantly change the engine torque output of the engine. We need to make sure the airflow is fixed, so we want to get our throttle angle up to a certain regulated amount. We're going to keep our foot there and then change the timing and look at the cause and effect on a chassis dyno. So let me go and demonstrate this real quick. Let me get all the fans turned on, and then we'll go ahead and start doing this process here. So throw my headphones on, turn the pumps on. Okay, so you could see that process of what I was doing. I was going in 4-degree increments. 2 to 4 degree increments is pretty normal to try to optimize your part throttle spark timing here. So what we were finding is that roughly 3,000, 34 degrees seemed like it was the sweet spot. I added some timing in, I backed some timing out. We saw that torque pretty much level out, and that was reaching maximum brake torque. We moved up to 4,500, found at 38 degrees was about the sweet spot. And then at 55 to 6,000, 38 degrees seemed to also be the sweet spot in terms of the spark timing. So I didn't see any real gains by adding any further spark advance in. That's why I backed it off a little bit. Now, I did make a goof when I was going in and making the changes there. I accidentally hit in -2 instead of doing 2-. It turned it all to -2 as a direct entry. I didn't want to do that. That's why I just did a Control-Z and undid the changes I made there. So now what we can do, that we found what we have for spark timing, doing that optimization process on the dyno and reaching maximum brake torque. I'm going to go here from, let's say, 1,000 to, let's say, 3,000, and I'm going to do R. I'm going to horizontally interpolate that. And then here from 3,000 to about 4,500, I'm going to do an R. I'm going to horizontally interpolate that. And then it looks like 38 degrees essentially from 4,500 and up was about the sweet spot. So we can populate the rest of the table out here. I'm going to go to 65, copy that, paste that into 10,500, and then go here and do R, and then blend. Thanks for checking out our teaser clip. If you want to see the rest of this video and more than 500 hours of current EFI training we have to offer, make sure you click right here. If you want to go and check out more teaser clips from this training course, click here, and you don't want to miss any of the videos we're going to be releasing on this channel, so make sure you subscribe and click here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.